So, hi everyone. Today I thought I would just do a little video because since I've been putting videos up of Kevin talking, I've been asked a few times, how I actually managed to get Kevin to talk. So I thought I'd go into that in a bit of detail. So about 2 years ago, it was just before another lockdown, I said to the family, look, I'm thinking about getting a budgie again. I was struggling with my left side and that meant I'd had to give up my business. That's Joe, you can hear there. I was struggling with, I had to give up my business and I had to give up my allotment and my chickens and my ducks. And you're having a whale of a time. Here, why'd you drop it? Did you drop it? Are you going to fall off? Oh no, you fell down. Hello. Do you want some this one? Yes, you've distracted me now from my video, haven't you? There we are. Good boy. So, I was twiddling my thumbs, bored, stuck on this chair at home most of the day, and the family agreed that they'd be able to help me if I was having a bad day, they'd be able to get him out from me, etc. So we went off to an aviary where they were wild. There wasn't much options around at the time, and I explained to the lady there that I wanted to study them for a while and watch them for a while. Let me hold it, there you are. And study them for a while. I went there with the intention of wanting to get a bird to talk. So I knew that I needed to look for a male. I knew that I needed him to be unbonded, and I knew that I needed him to be the most confident male in the aviary. So as I approached, all the birds went silent, and after a couple of minutes, 2 budgies became very loud and moving around. And those were my contenders, and it was a blue budgie, he was the most confident, and then there was Kevin. So I let the flock settle down, stood there for quite a while, let everybody go back to their normal behaviour so that I could make sure who was or wasn't bonded. So the blue boy was bonded and Kevin wasn't. And Kevin kept flying onto the front of the cage as well where I was standing, and it just seemed like a sign. So we took him home. And the reason why I needed him to be a male and why males are better at talking is because budgies use their vocal range to attract a female. A lot of other species will use a display or their colours or a dance or their nesting abilities, but for budgies it's vocal sounds, and that's the attraction there for the females, if what that boy can do with his voice, hey? So that's the main reason why boys are better talkers than females. And also another really interesting fact about budgies and the way that they communicate is that when a mum and dad hatch out their babies, they actually assign a new sound to each baby budgie, and that's their sound name. And that sound will then be incorporated with their family sound and then the out of flock sounds. And that's how they recognise each other, that's how they know each other. I just think that's such a beautiful fact, and I often wonder, does mum pick girl names and dad pick boy names? But we'll never know that one. So that is why we as humans can tap into their ability to copy, because they love to impress, they can assign new sounds, and they have this wide vocal range from very low to very high. Now, your bird or your budgie will view every living creature in your home as a member of its flock, and that includes all your pets and regular visitors. So your budgie will want to feel like he's part of your flock, and he will be trying to communicate with you all. And the best way for you to communicate back with him, like I did with Kevin in those early days, is to just copy the sounds back. So the sounds that I make back are probably going to sound silly now, look silly, but I don't care, this is how I did it. When Kevin made sounds similar to this, I would respond. Those are 2 little sounds there that I could use. And then when he alarm called, I would go to his cage and I would comfort him and talk to him quietly. You're not interested today, are you? You're like, I don't like all this talking. You're not giving me attention, Mum. No. So, that's what I did in the early days. Once Kevin had learnt to step up, once he bonded with me and trusted with me, that's when we started focusing on teaching him words. Now, the golden time for a budgie to learn new sounds is actually in the evening, before you put that cover on at night time. Those couple of hours before bedtime when they're more chill, they're more rest, they like to do more of their family catch-up talk, you see then in the trees. And that's when you can then come up and spend regular time talking to him. So every evening, and it takes dedication, I would spend at least 30 minutes saying the same word over and over and over again. So every time Kevin made a sound, I would say that word to him. And if he wasn't making sounds, I would continue to say that word. And any time that he made a response to me, whether it was sounded like what I was saying or not, I gave him lots of praise. And I mean like big smiles and good boy Kevin, well done, woo, that's amazing. And actually the first words that we taught Kevin was a swear word, and it was F off. And we all voted on it. I'm the only female in this house, and they're all boys, and it was another lockdown, and everyone's spirits were low, and I thought, you know what, why not? It's fun, I don't care. And the boys had lots of fun, because it was the only time they were allowed to swear around me, was when they were teaching the bird to say F off to the cat. And the cat's name is Brian. So Kevin learnt to say that first. And what was really interesting was as he was saying those words, and I would hear him and I was giving him the praise, good boy Kevin, he actually learnt good boy Kevin so clear and so strong, and that's his strongest saying now, and he loves to say it all day long, every day, and that's all we hear. And it's been an amazing journey with Kevin and teaching him. I knew that I knew how to do it, but that doesn't guarantee that your budgie will want to learn or has the ability, because not every male budgie has the ability, hence why some males do better in the wild with the females than the others, because they've got a better vocal range. And what's been interesting with Kevin is I actually thought that when I got Margaret that he may reduce talking or completely stop talking at all. I thought he might go back to just completely budgie sounds. But what was really interesting was it stepped up his game. And he seemed to really like to learn a word off me and then go and say it to Margaret and be up in her face saying it. And Margaret loves that attention too. And it's been really cute because I haven't tried to teach Margaret to talk. Being a female, and she was a lot older when I got her, I knew that the chances were much slimmer. So I didn't put in as much effort. But she does say sounds. She does try to say good boy. She does try to say what you're doing. It's very robotic. They're not very clear. I don't record her a lot because of that. But she does try, and she has this golden time in the evening where she seeks out my attention and she wants me to talk to her, and she'll try and do the little good boys and I'll come over and talk to her. And I think that might be why Joe has learnt to talk so quickly, watching Kevin and Margaret communicate with me communicate with them. That's what the flocks do. That's what parrots love. They love communication and being part of a flock. So I hope this video helps people that are interested and want to have a bird that talks, but it is dedication, it is time, it is, it's a lottery, because there's no guarantee that the bird you pick will want to learn to talk or will have the ability to learn to talk. But there are tricks there are tips there are ways to tap into that ability of their own to communicate and to make up their own sounds. So if you want a talking bird, then try look at doing it the way that I did it. If you have the space and the time, go out, get a bird on its own at first, bond with it, lots of time out, lots of toys, lots of attention, lots of praise, lots of flight, lots of love, lots of feeling part of the family, and that's the way to go. So fingers crossed this video will help some people and help you understand how we got where we did. I was very lucky because as a child we were around talking birds, and I've known these ways with animals, and my passion throughout my life has been animal behaviour, birds being one of them, cats and dogs. So I'd say the three main animals that I focused on. And if you're interested in your bird talking, then you need to be a bird, part of the flock, make some sounds, look silly, sound silly. You might get some of your family members mocking you like I have. But it's all fun and we love it, and I find it hilarious when, are you going to poop down my leg? I don't find that hilarious. Please don't do that. Do you want something to eat? Eat that instead. Or this one. Yeah. I find it hilarious when Kevin sounds just like me, and sometimes the family are like, Mum, did you say that? Or did Kevin say that? It wasn't me. So anyway, I hope this video helps. I hope you've enjoyed it and I haven't waffled too much. Have a great day.